Hey, y'all, and it's time for this week's Five Things Friday. We're going to talk about Disney dropping promos. We are going to talk about content planning, and we're going to talk about some of the things that Instagram is doing that you need to be aware of. Let's dig in. Welcome to the Social Takeoff Podcast, a podcast for travel professionals who are ready to use social media to help their business take off. I'm Kelly Hay-Smith, your host. I'm travel agent turned social media marketer who now works with multiple seven-figure travel agencies to help them infuse strategy and create a target social plan. I'll be sharing all of the tips and tricks of the trade, as well as content ideas and trends that you should be using to help grow your travel business. Let's get started. Hey, y'all, and it is one of my favorite days of the week, and that's because I get to come talk to you about Five Things Friday. So I am recording this on Friday morning because this week has been a killer, and I didn't get to it on Thursday evening like I try to always do. But one of the reasons that this week was a killer is the first thing we're going to talk about. Disney dropped another promotion. So in my business, we help handle promotions for all of our social media clients, social media management clients. We manage all of that for them. But what we have found is there's this panic about getting it up. Not necessarily with my clients. I really didn't hear from my clients about it. They knew we were doing it. But I had a ton of DMs from some of you all who were really worried. Sorry, I needed a coffee sip. Who were really worried about getting that out there. And so I really want this to be number one. I also feel so strongly about this that I am going to record an entire podcast episode dedicated to how to use promotions in your content strategy in a minute that you'll get later on in April. But before I even record that, what I want you to understand is when promotions drop and you feel this anxiety of having to get something up quickly because you see other people doing it, I want you to take a deep breath and remember that your ideal client is not following bunches and bunches and bunches of travel professionals. And if they are, that is a red flag to start with. If they are following bunches and bunches and bunches of travel professionals, then they are going to try to pit you against each other when it comes to finding the best deal. Rather than they're following you, they're your ideal client, they want to work together. If they are following a bunch of people, there is a red flag. So when you are hearing about a promo drop, I want you to remember to take a breath and realize that you don't always have to be the first up with a promotion like graphic and post. You really need to consider how that whole thing plays into your strategy rather than feeling like you've got to quickly throw something up because you need to be the first up. Again, remember that you are following a lot of travel professionals and your ideal client is not. So that's thing number one. And again, I'm going to record an entire podcast about this because I feel like it needs to be talked about of how to use these promotions instead of panicking. Okay. So that's number one. So number two, I had a couple people send me some things that were going around about what's killing the algorithm. So actually what is going on is we are seeing a deep drop in reach. I had some people asking me about this, and then I had people sending me this. Several people had posted this reel and saying that this is why your reach is down. And the reel had said, and there were several reels that were created saying that Instagram was dinging anyone who didn't create their content all through the Instagram app, meaning reels had to be created, edited, recorded, sound, everything in inside of Instagram. And what's the truth on that? Well, I want to hit that head on. So Adam Mosseri, who is the CEO of Instagram, actually addressed this week. And what he said was they don't care where you edit. But if you are uploading a video with a watermark from another app, yes, you are going to be limited in where it's found. It's not going to be shown in recommended. It's not going to be shown in explore. But if you are editing and bringing everything over and uploading it to Instagram once the video is created, they don't care. And so whether it's the text or whatever, as long as there's not a watermark from another app, it's not going to be harmed. That is straight from Adam Masori. And that is really important to note. I will say this when it comes to audio being used from someplace else. If you are using especially a trending audio or a trending audio in the background, if you are uploading the video and using the audio that is uploaded, it's not going to be uploaded as trending. It is going to be uploaded as original audio. So you're not going to get the reach from that trending audio. So therefore, you're not going to get the reach from that audio because it's not going to read the same. So I want you to think about that when you're creating, but you do not have to edit in app. Apps like CapCut, VideoLeap, InShot, things like that, you are just fine using. Just do not upload it with so don't upload it to Instagram with a watermark from TikTok. It's not going to go over well. But you can scrub the watermarks off and upload, and it's going to be just fine as long as it's uploaded originally. But if you are using trending audio, I suggest you upload the video and use the trending audio from Instagram. So that puts that one to rest. All right. We're only going to have 3 things on this 5 Things Friday, but I'm going to share some info after this third thing. The third thing is another thing that we are strongly seeing when it comes to dip in reach is they are prioritizing accounts that use all features. So stories, grid, lives, reels, all of the things. And I think 2 of the most underutilized features of Instagram especially are close friends and live video. Now, a lot of people will post in stories, even if you're just sharing a post from the post that you put on up into your stories, most people will use that, but live video. So I would suggest that you do a couple live videos in the next month or so and follow me on Instagram because I'm going to talk a lot about close friends in this coming month. We're actually going to break down a lot of the features. And that brings me to what I don't really want to consider a 4, but you can push it to a 4. Subscriptions. I do have subscriber on Instagram now. If you are not subscribing, you can do that today for my Instagram profile. It is at Kelly Hayes Smith. I am sharing a lot of bonus content there, and it is only going to be more and more and more as we go into April. And it is only $4.99 a month. So it is a very cost-effective investment in your business to participate in that. I am doing a monthly live in there. I am doing all kinds of great stuff. So I highly suggest that you go subscribe. So that is number 4 essentially. But what I am doing in there is I am giving more content prompts, more Reels templates, but also I am breaking down the content prompts that I put out on my actual feed and giving really executable steps to using that in a bunch of different ways. So it's really just more in-depth information. But the number 5, and I think I have mentioned this before, but it is a roundtable podcast. So that will actually begin in April. The last podcast of the month that goes live will actually be a roundtable full of travel professionals who we are there coaching and talking to about strategy. The only people who are eligible for that roundtable are subscribers. So if you would like to be part of a roundtable, there's going to be 5 people each month that are chosen. If you want to be part of that, you're going to want to make sure that you're subscribing, and that post to get on the roundtable is actually going to go up on Sunday. So if you are already subscribing and you want to be in the roundtable, I want you to be looking for that post on Sunday. on your subscriptions, because it's going to tell you how to be on the first roundtable. So there you go. That is all of the things for this week. It's been a nutty week, and I've got a lot of work to get done. But before I hop off here, I want to let you know there are only a couple spots left open. If you are Careers on Vacation or Wonderlust CEO or Careers on Vacation graduate, you are invited to a live event. We are going to specifically be speaking to content strategy. So I am going to help you live in person, hand to hand, really help you build your content strategy and teach you what kind of content you should be capturing based on your strategy, so that you're not just willy-nilly going out there and gathering content, but you're actually understanding what kind of content you should be gathering based on your content strategy out in the wild, and then how to put it all together. And if you are looking to grow a content strategy, you are looking to stop posting just to post, you're looking to stop being overwhelmed or unsure about what to post and really be strategic and use your time effectively when it comes to social media, this is something that is invaluable to your business. So if you are a member of the COV community, there are only a few spots left. Do not wait. Get in there this week. We have a Facebook group open that if you are looking for a roommate or something like that to stay in Orlando with, we have that available so that you can work together and get that taken care of. So make sure that you're in there as soon as possible, because this is going very, very quickly. So I know this one was short. I know there was only 3 things, but I feel like these 3 things were extremely valuable. If you have any questions about anything we talked about today or the live workshop, which is happening in April 19th through the 24th in Orlando, if you have any questions about that live event, please get in my DMs and we'll talk about it today. All right, y'all, have a great rest of your day and weekend. I'll talk to you soon. Thanks for listening to this episode of the Social Takeoff Podcast. Make sure to leave us a review below and come find me on Instagram at Kelly Hay Smith and let me know what you thought of this week's episode. Make sure to check back every Friday for a bonus episode, 5 Things Friday, and every Tuesday for a brand new episode. We'll see you soon. Thanks for listening to this episode of the Social Takeoff Podcast. Make sure to leave us a review below and come find me on Instagram at Kelly Hay Smith and let me know what you thought of this week's episode. Make sure to check back every Friday